What exactly is the difference between waiting and hoping versus active no contact? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. But first, my name is Clay with modernlove.life, where we help you get the great loving relationship that you're looking for without having to play hard to get, without having to play mind games, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not. Because you, of course, deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me, help me out. Give me a thumbs up for this video. Help us get a little bit of a boost in the YouTube algorithm. When you do hit the thumbs up button, you help us out. At least that's what they tell me. So do it, please. Even hit the thumbs down button. That helps us too as well somehow. I don't know, but go ahead, hit buttons. Also, please feel free to subscribe to the channel as well too, so that you can get notified when we publish and upload new videos as well. In this video, we're going to be talking about the difference between waiting and hoping, or as they call it these days, passive no contact, the active no contact rule, and all of this other stuff that you might be hearing out there. So, I've been an advocate of the active no contact rule for times and places when it makes sense. This is, of course, very different from passive no contact, or just the no contact rule, as they call it. But, when you really boil it all down, when you really boil down what all of these other folks are saying, it's really just waiting and hoping, right? It's waiting and hoping. What's the difference between that and active no contact? So, with all that being said, there are many times that I don't think that someone needs to go no contact, okay? And oftentimes people are unfortunately misled. They think that they need to do no contact. They think that they need to do no contact all the time. Sometimes I'll get on a call with someone and they'll say, hey, Clay, like, don't beat me up or anything. Like, I haven't done no contact or something like that, and I know I'm supposed to. And I'm like, well, dude, let me hear what you're going through, and we can talk about whether or not it makes sense. And I hear their situation. I'm like, first of all, let it go. Like, it's totally okay that you didn't do no contact. It doesn't make sense in your situation. But the other problem with this is that people think that like no contact is their only strategy, the only tool that they have available to them, that all they can do is, whenever things don't go the way that they want to, they just kind of like retreat into no contact. They just hide in no contact. They say, okay, you didn't text me back, do no contact. Okay, wait and hope. Okay, you're in a rebound relationship, doing no contact. Okay, you unfollowed me on Instagram, doing no contact. Okay, took you way too long to respond to that text message, doing no contact. Flaked out on me when we said we were going to meet up, doing no contact. All that stuff, right? And don't do this, please. Seriously, don't do this. There is a time and place for no contact. There is a time and place for giving your ex some space, but you shouldn't just do it as your kind of default behavior when things don't go your way. First of all, it's so easy to see through. I mean, seriously, they're going to catch on really fast. Like after you do it like once or twice, they're going to catch on. But second of all, it's not going to also improve the situation, okay? You have to look at why they might have done whatever they did. What emotionally was causing them to be slow to respond to you? What emotionally caused them to jump into a rebound relationship? What emotionally caused them to chicken out on meeting up with you at the last moment? What emotionally caused them to, have a fight with you or something like that? And you need to think about that and actually meet them where they're at and actually talk them through it and interact with them and create good communication that brings the two of you closer together, okay? That I hope is somewhat obvious, rather than just kind of like running away and hiding. Because, if your ex is looking for someone who's, serious relationship material, running away and hiding when things get tough is sending them a strong message that, hey, I'm not relationship material, and when the going gets tough, I run away. If they actually want a serious relationship, that's going to be a, screaming red alert that says, hey, this is not the person for me. I should be with someone who is willing to actually sit down, have a meaningful conversation with me, talk through these tough things or whatever. And so what we want to talk about here is the difference between, the wait and hope, retreat into no contact sort of tactic that a lot of people have, versus ANC, or active no contact. Okay. Because, people will talk to me as if they're kind of like interchangeable, oh yeah, my ex won't talk to me, so I'm doing ANC. Okay, what are you actively doing through this period? Well, I'm just waiting and hoping. Well, then you're not doing active no contact, right? Active no contact is based on you spending some time not in contact obviously, working actively on something that's going to improve your ability to connect with your ex or have better interactions moving forward. So, this might involve doing things like saying, okay, we got into an argument. We have this history of getting into arguments. I'm understandably taking some time apart, and I'm going to do things to make it so I'm less likely to get into arguments when I'm back in contact with them. Maybe getting my emotions in check, working through some issues, staying centered and grounded, meditation, all that sort of stuff. That makes sense. That's active no contact. Versus just, I'm going to just distract myself, wait for some time to pass, absence makes the heart grow fonder, all that stuff, right? We want to actually look at what's going to bring you the most results. And that is, when you do need to take that step aside, cut contact for a little bit because the two of you aren't actually benefiting from being in contact with one another. When you do take that step back, we want to actually actively do something to make things a little bit better. So, maybe you and your ex are just kind of like on different wavelengths. Okay, maybe you need to actually start working on, developing that emotional connection, developing the ability to kind of track where they are at emotionally. So maybe you could do that by having interactions with friends and talking to other people and just being able to follow where those people are emotionally, right? There's all kinds of things that you can do, but it really depends on what you need to kind of first focus on and what you need to first work on. And this is really where our advanced relational skills come into play that we talk about in all of these videos and stuff. We have our whole playlist on advanced relational skills right up there. You can check it out if you're like new to this. But that's kind of like our initial kind of thing that we were known for originally. It was advanced relational skills. Because it does help bring yourself to the interactions in a much better way, a much different way that's actually going to create a better connection with someone else. Because you're not just cutting contact, hoping for the best, waiting them to crawl over broken glass to be with you. If that doesn't work, you send them a remember the good old days text and, hey, take it from there, right? You're married after that. No, it doesn't work that way. They have to actually see that they can interact with you and see that they can have a good positive experience with you and see that there's an actual possible future together between the two of you. And when they can have that experience, then that is when they actually want to get back together with you. But if you're not able to demonstrate to them that the two of you can have a positive experience with one another because you've just been waiting and hoping, retreating into no contact, hoping for the best, hoping and waiting and praying and all that, then they're not going to see a good reason to actually want to get back together with you. So you got to, if you need to, take some time apart, work on yourself, work on your emotional state, work on bringing yourself to interactions in a better way, and then get back in contact, okay? So that's really what the difference is between hoping and waiting versus active no contact. That's what the difference is between what they would call no contact versus what I would call active no contact. I call it, they talk about passive no contact because you're being passive, you're just hoping and waiting, you're praying, you're not really doing a whole lot. Whereas what I would recommend that you do is, actively engage in the process, actively do something to improve your ability to connect, and actively be a stronger participant in the whole experience. And if that's something that you want some help with, we of course do have our course called the X Solution Program. You can check it out down below. If it's right for you, feel free to sign up. If it's not right for you, no worries. But I hope that helps you out. If you do like this video, if you do want to help us out with this YouTube channel, hit the thumbs up button for the algorithm and subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. And if you do want to learn more about those advanced relational skills, we do have this video playlist right over here, or you might want to check out this video right over here. But once again, thank you so much. Please take care, and I'll talk to you next time.